Welcome once again, guys, and today is the last one in the series. If you've made it this far, you deserve a medal. This is Chepstow Castle. The original castle was built in 1068, I've been reliably informed. So when William the Conqueror was still on the throne. So yeah, one of the earliest English castles in Wales, on the border area, obviously to keep an eye on the Welsh. So let's pop in. Very impressive one, this. Very large. In we go.
No, thank you.
No problem. Site plan will explain all the key points.
Yeah.
Toilets are in the car park next to tourist information, and we close at 6 if you're coming back and forth.
No.
The first one is you've got basically the site to yourself.
Alright, thank you.
As we can see, quite a lot of the castle still remains. So there's a concert going on at some point. This staging area isn't contemporary with the early phases of the castle. Very large walls here. As I say, one of the English castles built. I say we're in Chepstow, so we're near the border between England and Wales here. Let's see what this says here. Some fireplaces there. 2 floors. This is the Tudor Great Court, so this obviously is a lot later. Right. The medieval curtain wall was built in the 16th century, but it's originally built by William Marshall around 1200, and he was very loyal to the king at the time. Pop in and have a look. Again, the original castle would have been wooden, but added onto and extended over the years, and eventually replaced by stone. Over the wall, as you can see, built on the side of a river, protecting the castle from this side at least. I would say of the remains we've been to all the castles, this one's probably the second largest behind Caerphilly, at least with what remains today anyway. Again, I'm guessing that's going to be the original part of the castle, and this inner ward, I believe it's called, would have been added onto at a later date. Oh, sorry, I've just been reliably informed that I've got it the wrong way around. This is the earliest bit, and that bit was added on later. As I say, I'm not a medieval historian. My partner there is, so she knows a hell of a lot more about it than I do. Maybe I should have had Helen do the videos instead of me waffling on, talking a load of drivel. So this would have been the earliest ward here, and that would have been the earliest castle there. And again, the outer ward that we've already walked through would have been the later editions. Have a quick look out here through the arrow slits. Can't really see much. Hopefully we'll be able to see more once we get into the earliest part there. Again, fantastic views over the landscape. Modern day Chepstow there. I believe there were 3 castles built early on along the border. One here at Chepstow, one at Shrewsbury. I'm not too sure where the third one was, but it would have been to the north. Chepstow's here in the south. Shrewsbury sort of in the middle along the border. Very substantial timber holes there all the way along for the second floor above. Okay. So William was asked by the king to invade Wales for him. Unfortunately, William died before he could finish building the castle. Later in 1075, William's son inherited it, but he wasn't very fond of the king and rebelled against him. So again, this idea of alliances changing and swapping and rather complicated political machinations at the time. And you thought politics was complicated today, just as complicated during the Anglo-Norman period. Some noisy seagulls. As I say, we are close to the coast here. This was a Chepstow was a substantial port during the medieval period, with it being on the river. You've got to remember as well, it's the rivers of the time with the highways of today. It was much quicker travelling by boat than by land. It certainly is very substantial. Wasn't expecting it to be this large, actually. This is the Marshal's Tower. It was built 1215 by William Marshall. The inner walls were demolished in 1662, and the castle's earlier defences were breached to make a continuous wall walk. So let's pop up onto the walkway and have a look over this side. Again, good view of the river from up here. It curls round past the castle and out to the sea. And a view from the other side of the river, from the other side of the castle. Again, a high point in the landscape, power projection and a very good defensive position. to one of the towers. More arrow slits, guys, there for your archers to shoot out of. This is a view you don't normally see. We're actually above a gatehouse here, and there we can see the slots for the portcullises. It's quite an interesting view. Don't normally get to see these things from above, usually from below. Yeah, we go. As I say, this is the normal view we get of the, we were just above up there a minute ago, looking at the portcullis slots from above. And again we have the three portcullises, the slots for them there. So there we go. There's the portcullis slots. Of course, Wales famous, obviously, for its Welsh longbowmen. During the wars against France, these fellas were incredibly strong, because longbows, I mean, they've measured some of the poundage from the bows found on the Mary Rose, and it was upwards of £200 for a medieval longbow, and you certainly needed to be a big fella to operate one of them, and the Welsh were famous for it. Welsh longbowmen were the best bowmen in the world at the time. Famously as well, the bows were usually made of yew wood, which was the best wood for making the bows. Okay, back into the later part of the castle, which I thought was the earliest part. This, yeah, this would have been the Tudor Great Court in later times. So there we go, guys. That's about as far as we're allowed into places these days. Chepstow Castle. One of the English castles in Wales. So again, not subject to the Marcher rules. Built to keep an eye on the Welsh by the English. So thank you once again, guys, for listening. There'll be one more video, but it won't be of a castle. It'll be one when we get home, just showing you a little bit about the research if you want to do a bit more yourself, which books I looked at, and so on and so forth. So once again, guys, thank you for coming on this journey with me to the castles of South Wales. We haven't even touched upon a majority of them in this series, but as I say, there are a great many castles in Wales because of the Marcher laws. So thanks again, guys, for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we shall catch you in the next video.